How creepy is that? Oh my gosh, I got chills. Hey guys, welcome back. If you are new here, hi, my name is Shayna, and in my little corner of the internet, we talk about spooky history of all kinds. Last week we talked about the Bloody Benders and how they are America's first family serial killers. If you missed it, I'll be sure to link it up here for you. Now today is a little different. I feel like I say that almost every week. I have this YouTuber that I've been watching for a few years. I enjoy most of her content, and some of the videos that she makes are where she reads true ghost stories off of Reddit. They're not always ghost stories. Last week I think she talked about some popular stalker stories that people have shared on Reddit. I thought that was kind of cool, and I've never really been on Reddit until recently. I figured I would look on there and see if I could find any really good ghost stories, because I love hearing about people's paranormal experiences. I think those are the best in my opinion. And so I found a couple that I wanted to read to you and see what you guys thought about it and get your opinions on them. I kind of wanted to do kind of an easier video for me this week because next week we're going on vacation, and it takes me forever to edit these videos, and I only have like 3 days to get the house ready and everything ready for us to go on vacation, and I still work full time, so I figured I'd do kind of an easier video and still something really interesting, or that I thought interesting, and hoping you guys would too. I've got 2 stories that I'm gonna read, so I'm gonna quit jabbing and let's get into the video. The first one is called I Saw My Nephew, but It Wasn't Him. Last weekend, my parents, little sister, and her kids moved into a big house. Me, my older sister, and my older sister's kids helped them move all weekend. The first day, all of the kids played hide and seek all afternoon in the mostly empty house as we moved carloads in. The first day, my 5-year-old nephew asked me to help him find a place to hide. There is a long hallway off the living room with a big closet under the stairs, a bathroom, 3 bedrooms, and a linen closet at the end of the hall. I took him over to the closet under the stairs, which is the first door off of the long hallway. But when I opened it, the light was burnt out, so he decided he didn't want to hide in there because he would be too scared with no light. 3 days later, as they were mostly moved in, I sat down in the living room to take a break. The kids were all down the hall in my nephew's room playing, and all the other adults were outside or unpacking things in the garage. I see my 5-year-old nephew come from the hallway, open the door to the closet under the stairs, and close it behind him. I am sitting maybe 10 feet from the closet with a direct view of it. I stare at the closet for a few seconds, waiting for him to come out because I know he's going to get scared in there. Then I hear what sounds like a single bang on the door. So, without taking my eyes off the closet, I get up and walk over to open it so I can help him find another place to hide. I open the door and there's no one in there. The closet is deep as it goes under the stairs, and at this point my mom has put a few boxes at the back that are full of Christmas decorations. I call out his name and look under and around the boxes. Nothing. Then it occurs to me that I can faintly hear him and the other kids down the hall in his room playing. I walk down the hall, and my nephew and his brother, sister, and cousins are all sitting on the floor playing a game and have been for an hour. No one is playing hide and seek. I immediately have full body chills. I run to tell my sisters. My older sister tells me that the night before, when she was there helping move, she heard her daughter frantically calling her, "Mom, Mom, Mom!" My sister walked down the hall to the room her daughter was in and asked, "What's wrong? What do you need?" She didn't call for her. No one did. But my sister swears it was her daughter's voice. The house itself is some creepiness. The stairs bedroom has a big closet and the tiny door in it that leads to a tiny room. The realtor called it the prayer room. It's super creepy little room, but extra storage space, right? The day that they looked at the house to buy it, my 3-year-old niece kept calling it Annie's house. We don't know anyone named Annie. Also, my 3-year-old niece freaked out on night 1 of staying there, saying that she wanted to go home because there was a monster in the new house, in the ceiling vents. I have never seen something so clearly that wasn't there. I physically saw that closet door open and shut by what I thought was my nephew. How creepy is that? Oh my gosh, I got chills. Now, I have heard of ghosts imitating people. I'm sure most of you have. And it is seriously creepy. The YouTuber that I referenced, Haley Reese, she actually is living in a brand new house and it's haunted. And she's talking about how it imitates her boyfriend, Tyler, I think is his name, and vice versa. He experiences things and it imitates Haley. And it's really creepy. If you want to watch those videos, I'll have her channel linked below if you want to check her out. But they're her personal paranormal videos. So very interesting and very creepy. Now the next story I have is pretty creepy as well, so we'll see how this goes. Haunted farmhouse I grew up in. I grew up in a farmhouse that was built in the early 1800s. I lived there with my brother and my parents up until I was 10. I was young, so some of my experiences seem very foggy, so I'm going to share the experiences my family encountered. A little backstory on the house. Multiple people had been killed there. A lady was shot behind our garage, and someone fell down our steps and snapped their neck. That's basically all I know about the house. It was located in the middle of nowhere with woods behind it, with a very old house and a garage that was visible. Our farmhouse was 2 stories with a dirt basement that had walls that were still made out of lead. One time my brother woke up late at night. His room was on the 2nd story facing our backyard. Outside his window was the roof of our porch, and for some reason he opened his curtains to spot a lady waving her arms back and forth over and over on the roof of the porch. He was so young, so you can pretty much expect his reaction. I would hate to see that. It's kind of creepy, right? My sister, who didn't live with us but often slept over, fell asleep on our couch in the living room one night. She woke up late into the night. Our living room was connected to the dining room, and she saw by our computer, which was right next to the couch, the apparition of a little girl who was staring at her. She didn't give many details, but she said that she ran up the stairs into my room and hid on top of my bunk bed. I don't blame her. My mom had more encounters than anybody. My mom is a very spiritual individual. She feels very connected to the spiritual realm. When we began moving out of the farmhouse, she believes the spirits became angry with her and our family. She woke up one morning where she would switch her position to face the doorway to her room, where she had seen this dark figure staring at her. She claimed this felt as if it was going on for minutes, until out of nowhere, the figure leaped in on one swift motion straight to her and suddenly disappeared. Yikes. The thing about my childhood home is that I never felt alone. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Super creepy. Sounds like a very haunted house. Yeah, no thank you. I really just wanted to read those stories. Those were the most interesting ones that I could find so far. There is one that I found. It's a part 1, and I don't see the part 2 yet. And so I'm really kind of wondering if I should wait until the part 2 comes out, because it seemed really interesting. What are your guys' opinions on these stories? Do you think they're true? I believe they seem true enough by how they're told. It seems very genuine, I should say. Very interesting. But again, guys, next week I will be vlogging our trip. So I'm super excited for that. I'm hoping it'll turn out the way I want it to. I'm gonna try my hardest to get everything that I can. We're gonna be going on some ghost tours and all that, so I'm super excited. But anyways, guys, that's it for me today. If you did like it and enjoy my content, be sure to like my video. It does help me in the algorithm. And also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I upload every Wednesday at 10 a.m. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!